100 miles, they be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Cardinals 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense for the Cards, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. Give them 18 on the play.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up.
Oh, Howe loses it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start on the ground with Robin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 22, Howell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They go play action with Howell. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They begin with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Off play action. It's Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Faking the handoff. Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. First down, Howell to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, it's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3 scored. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
Now Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
On the counter, this is Robinson. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
makes the score Cardinals 35, Commanders 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big run there by Henry. 57 yards. And this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Play fake. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Kick this one away, and off it goes. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting?
And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 52 yards. And the Cards have taken a 5-touchdown lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. 2nd and 10, Howell. Thomas brings it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 14, first down, Commanders. On first down, Howell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. First down carry for Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. To throw is Murray. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Griffin.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Murray going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Chase Young in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And now here's another interception. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Hal to throw on second down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's...
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simple and merciless pass rush every step of the game. And that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
That's taken on the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
that's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.